and he will be the voice of tonight's game. Ted Emrich, the star power has increased here at the desk, bringing you aboard, my friend.
Oh, Aaron, you're too kind. I'll tell you what, you guys have been so welcoming. I'm so glad to be here for this event on Fox Sports Southwest. I think I've already overstepped my bounds, though. I asked Coach Purcell during the break if I could wear his hat.
Not a chance.
He said not a chance.
Yeah.
So I know the line. I'm not going to cross it here. Yes, so that's where we are there. I'm excited about this game, Shay. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the embodiment of small school, high school football in Texas. You've got two rivals that are 23 miles apart. You've got a head coach at Idalou who played in this rivalry 20 years ago. Jeff Lofton, alum of Idalou, class of 97, salutatorian in his class. And of course, as we found out earlier in the pregame, his father-in-law, Johnny Taylor, coached him. So all the connections at Idalou makes things so special. And one thing about this particular team, Jeff Lofton has a star at running back in Mark Caballero.
Well, he really does, Ted, and you bring up his legendary coach, Johnny Taylor, around Idalou. But you talk about this running back, Mark Caballero. He's an honorable mention All-State guy. He has good speed, good top-end speed, great vision. He makes a lot of guys miss, and this is a very complicated blocking scheme that the Wildcats pose for people to try to challenge defensively, and Caballero is the excellent back who can exploit the holes in the creases and find those open areas and make big runs.
Honorable mention All-State a year ago. In fact, he torched Shallow Water in Week 1 last year on the road. This 69-yard touchdown run, over 100 yards on the ground, one of 9 100-yard games for Caballero last season, on his way to 1,800 for the year, the district MVP, and now Caballero getting ready for his senior season. On the other side, Shay, you've got Shallow Water starting a new era, and their head coach, Brian Wood, who is just glad to be back in coaching. The athletic director at Canyon ISD, just up the road, I-27 near Amarillo. He says he missed it. He said this week, he's sick to his stomach again, and he couldn't feel any better about it. Brian Wood taking over. He said when you take over a new program, Shay, you've got to have captain-type players. And he says he just happens to have one who lives with him. That's his son, Kobe Wood.
Well, Kobe Wood, again, coming from Canyon Randall 5A school to Shallow Water, and Coach Wood was very pointed to tell both of us on the conference call we had earlier in the week, was that this was a package deal. If Kobe wasn't comfortable with coming, I wasn't going to take the job. And the fact of the matter is that Kobe Wood is an outstanding player. Coach Wood has only been on campus since March 1st, so he's still working and trying to get his team and his feel down, and he's not really sure what's going to happen in this game. He knows what the effort's going to be. He's not sure about the result, but right now he's comfortable and confident that his team is going to give it the best effort.
And it's classic 3A football for Kobe Wood. Receiver slash cornerback. It's something that you'll see all night. Several players going both ways. They're not coming off the field because these teams can't afford it. Both coaches told us they got to have their best 11 on the field just about all the time. Now 1st and 10 at the 45. Sparks keeping again. And he burrows forward for 3 this time to bring up 2nd and 7. The Sparks earned this job. Kobe Wood, Brian Wood's son, playing receiver and corner, started 6 games at Canyon Randall at quarterback last year as a junior. And Brian Wood will tell you, hey, I brought my son, started at the 5A level, and I chose Cutter. That tells you what I think about it.
Absolutely. Best compliment that you can give your quarterback.
Sparks on the move. 2nd and 7, looking to the corner, and it's caught deep in Idalou territory, a similar route to the touchdown. Caught by Brody Hendrick, lining up as a receiver. 32 yards.
Outstanding throw by Cutter Sparks. Again, rolling out to his left. He plants his feet, squares his shoulders, and he throws a dart right into Brody Hendrick. Hendrick makes a great catch on the sideline. Shallow Water back in business.
Hendrick will line up all over the field for Shallow Water. Now 1st down as Sparks sweeps to the right side. Sparks lowering his shoulder, and he's stacked up. Back to the pass. to Brody Hendrick.
Yeah, take a look as he's rolling out to his left. The shoulder's getting square. You see the left shoulder leaning downfield a little bit, and that allows him to put the right finesse and touch on the ball, but he throws a perfect pass into Brody Hendrick. Outstanding job there by Cutter Sparks.
Hendrick, a good receiver last year, played a little slot. Much more receiver this season as a senior, lining up in the slot here on 2nd down and 5. Now Hendrick is the motion man. Give it to him on the jet sweep. Hendrick with room, stepping over a defender, and Hendrick is in for the touchdown. What a start for the Shallow-Water Mustangs, coming here to Idalou and jumping on top by 2 scores.
Well, the passing game, Ted, keeping them in this game and getting them the edge that they needed. And quite frankly, just so far in this ball game, they're executing flawlessly. Great open field run there by Brody Hendrick, but as you said, lined up in the slot. Goes to his left, takes that handoff, inside handoff, and turns it up for the touchdown.
Kramer once again a low line drive, but it is good. 14-0 in this first quarter. Shallow-Water has made the trip here to Idalou, and the Mustangs with big plays. Hayden Vanderoo 70 yards to the house. Brody Hendrick finishing off the second drive. Back-to-back scores. Shallow-Water in front. Texas football days here on Fox Sports Southwest. What a historic night it is. The first Friday night regular season high school game to be televised live. Shallow-Water is making a difference. They are making the most of this opportunity. Another quick scoring drive. Brody Hendrick in on the jet sweep from 17 yards out. And the Mustangs are up 14-0 over Idalou here at Riddell Field. Brian Wood, a new head coach at Shallow-Water, said, hey, taking over a 2-9 team, we need to build confidence early. This is a team that was kicked over and over again last year. They've got some confidence now. Kramer, the kickoff for Shallow-Water. Again, a short kick. Merrill running underneath it with momentum. He takes it across the 40-yard line. Good field position for Idalou, which will have its second possession. They punted the first time.
Well, you got a feeling that Jeff Lofton and Russ Reagan, the run game coordinator for these Wildcats, Ted, really want to just get back to their knitting, use ball control techniques, run the ball, make the blocks, get the blocking scheme down, get that offensive line comfortable and settle down.
2 tight ends, 1 receiver, Jeremiah Lorimer, split to the bottom of your picture. On the toss, flea flicker again. This time Gentry hits the open man. Xavier Rodriguez, the fullback, and he has the first down. Gain of about 11 into Shallow-Water territory.
Oh, and Brody Hendrick in on the tackle for the Mustangs. But how about that? We talk about getting down back to basics. Jeff Lofton, he rolls the dice. Little quarterback, pitch it back to the running back to the quarterback. Dumps it off. Nice play for Idalou and gets him across midfield line.
Anywhere else, the flea flicker that resulted in a sack on the first drive, you're not calling that all night. Flag is down as Rodriguez picks up a yard. Wade Burt, the tackle, might have a face mask here.
Well, that was tough sledding in the middle. Again, albeit they're undersized, these Shallow-Water Mustang defensive front, they are clogging up the running lanes. That's exactly what Brian Wood hoped that they could do.
Here's the call.
Personal foul. Grabbing the face mask. Number 25 on the defense. 15 yards to the knee. First down.
Caleb White, the corner, the guilty party. Yeah, this really is a clash of styles. Idalou, the power, smash mouth, grinded out offense, big offensive and defensive lines. Shallow-Water known for their speed and their depth at the skill positions, and we know that styles make fights. Brock Shelley has checked into the lineup for Idalou as a receiver, split wide to the right. Caballero, honorable mention All-State a year ago, remains the tailback. On first down, a play fake. Gentry setting up the screen, and it's thrown behind Caballero. He had no chance, especially with Tate Witten bearing down on him.
Well, another misdirection play by this Wildcat offense, and Tate Witten absolutely diagnosed it perfectly. Looks like it was very well set up, but Tate Witten comes in and read it beautifully, goes past the blocker, gets into the running back, and breaks up the pass.
Second and 10, the toss to Caballero. Darting to the outside, spin move. And Caballero making the most of that run. 7 yards on the carry. Austin Wenzel, Shallowater's leading tackler a year ago, made the stop.
Ted, when you talk about what Coach said about Mark Caballero, is that his vision and how he navigates the sideline right here. Defenders all over him like a pinball machine, or pinball. He just keeps bouncing off of them and picks up positive yards on that second down carry.
Isn't it tough to get a clean shot on a guy who's 5'9", 150 and can move like that? Yeah. 3rd and 3. And now Rodriguez diving forward, close to the first down marker. It'll depend on the spot. Rodriguez is a guy that Jeff Lofton believes will be a weapon for this team. He does have enough of the first down. He was impressive in the team's first scrimmage against Snyder 2 weeks ago. Lofton says, hey, I need a scoring threat at fullback. Rodriguez is an effective runner. So a fresh set of downs now at the 21 of Shallowater. Idalou on the march on their second possession. Gentry tosses to Caballero. Looking for the crease. Another spin move. He's across the 20. A gain of 2 this time. Dorado and Vanderroos the tackle.
I'm going to say an impressive 2-yard run, because C.J. Easley, the linebacker for Shallowater, was in the backfield 4 yards deep when Caballero was taking that wide handoff or pitch and trying to make it around the left side of the defense. And, man, what a great job of making guys miss and picking up positive yards.
Caballero, despite his size, is a bell cow. 25 carries 5 times last year. Here's Gentry on the option keeper, faking it to Rodriguez, and Gentry slithering his way for what looks to be a first down.
On this particular series, Ted, the offensive line for Idalou starting to lean on this defense a little bit more. The penetration is still there around the line of scrimmage, but Maverick Pierce, Cooper Flanagan, Drew McGehee, big men up front, Tanner Sorrells, excuse me. Those guys are starting to impose their will a little bit and leaning down on these Shallowater defenders.
First down at the 11 now for Idalou. Trying to get on the board. Gentry running the triple option. Keeping. Never thought about pitching it to Caballero. Picks up a couple. Dorado out there on the edge with Hendrick.
Well, just another facet and something difficult to cover. You see the broad open area. Gentry doing a good job. Strong runner. Picking up positive yards. And again, 3 yards is good for Coach Lofton. Picks up 5.5, almost 6 on that carry.
He says he would be comfortable with 3 yards on first down, and he doesn't mind going for it on 4th down. Now a power I on 2nd and 5. Caballero once again looking for room, and he's cut down shy of the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down for Idalou as Austin Wenzel makes another tackle for Shallowater.
Well, that was a great play by Wenzel, coming in and filling the hole. There was a couple of big blockers who said the power I, leading it down the left side. And talking about big bodies and a lot of beef, and Shallowater defenders shot the gap, got in there, and disrupted the play.
3rd and 5. Idalou can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. That jumbo set yet again. Gentry feeds it to Caballero off the right side. Caballero pushes his way in for the touchdown. Idalou needed that answer. Caballero, the one to give it to them. It's 14-6.
Ted, we take a look here. The center, Cooper Flanagan, along with his right tackle, Maverick Pierce, Great job of double teaming and walling off, just sealing it down. And Caballero, with that great vision and those side steps that he makes, gets it into the end zone.
Landon Reeves adds the extra point. Caballero, 21 touchdowns on the ground a year ago, his first of 2017. Well, Texas Football Day is so special here on Fox Sports Southwest. We've got look-ins to games all across the state tonight. Big games from West Texas to East Texas down to the Valley. We first go to the Metroplex. John Radigan at Eagle Stadium for Cedar Hill and Allen.